When an artist releases a body of work, their goal is to connect with their audience, to allow listeners to hear that cohesive story they set out to tell. These albums did exactly that and left no crumbs. Here are my top album masterpieces. Hello America, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Music Monday, a series started on my channel to talk about my first and one true love, music. Each Monday I'll dive into a musical topic and share my opinions, sprinkled with some fact about an artist, album, song, or etc. So this week we are talking about 9 of my favorite albums. We're talking about masterpieces. Who deemed them masterpieces? By golly, I did. That's why I hope I don't get copyrighted, because I'm definitely, now if you don't know what I'm talking about, then I did not insert the clip. But if you know what I'm talking about, that's why I put Masterpiece Theater as my intro. Why? Because this is a Masterpiece Theater and I'm your host. Camera, hi, how are you? I'll take off my glasses. I can't see, so I don't know why I did that. This week we're going to be talking about 9 album masterpieces. Usually it's supposed to be 10, but I didn't have 10, and I wasn't going to force myself to find an album that I kind of liked just to fit the qualifications of this show. And then I thought, this is my show. I do whatever I want. Now I do what I want. So I did what I wanted. And I'm talking about 9, okay? The qualification for an album to be considered a masterpiece is if I like the majority of the songs. So there are only 9 albums on this list, but I mean, people haven't stopped making albums, or CDs, I guess, as they're called now. How old am I? Like 40. People haven't stopped making CDs, so it's not like this can never be updated and there can never be other iterations of this list. So this is just my top 9 album masterpieces that I have right now, because this is what I have. And yeah, so if you like this video, you can like it, you know, tell me what your album masterpieces are in the comments. I do want to let you know the video that I have coming, the 2 videos that I have coming up next, or 2 Music Mondays that I have coming up next. Next week is going to be my Christmas episode, Merry Chrysler. So I'm going to be talking about my favorite Christmas songs. You already know I got the list. I don't have the list. And I hope my lips aren't crusty. If my lips are crusty, then they're just going to be crusty until I acknowledge that they were crusty, because I'm not restarting this intro. And then after that, the last Music Monday of this year is going to be my top favorite singles from this year. And I'm telling you this because I would love your help. I have a couple. I have about 9 or 10, and I need about 11 more. So if you have a song that you really enjoyed that came out this year, it really does have to come out this year. That's the only qualification. It has to come out this year. Any genre, I really don't care. Put it in the comment section below. If I like it, then it'll end up on here, because I listen to music. I do. I did take off last week because I was sick. Yes, ear was hurting. Okay, and yeah, so we're gonna get right into this. Number 9 is the last studio album released by Miss Rihanna, and it is called Anti. I think it's called Anti though. Now, when I first heard Anti, I didn't hear it. Okay, I had heard the singles. I produced 4 singles: Work featuring Drake, Needed Me, Kiss It Better, and Love on the Brain. Of those 4 singles, I do like 3 of those songs. I do like Work, I do like Needed Me, and I do like Love on the Brain. Kiss It Better, it ain't my cup of tea, but it's okay. It's not something that I would go back and listen to. Anti came out January 28th, 2016, 5 years ago. The story behind Anti, and I'm not going to go into a lot of history of these albums because I'm mostly talking about, this is mostly talking about how I felt about these albums. You know, critical acclaim, that's cute and all. I mean, that's cute. You know, I'm happy that it was critically acclaimed. We're talking really more about what I liked. And critical acclaim ain't really got nothing to do with what I like. But a little background on Anti, this stood out to me. That's why I'm saying this. After she released her 7th studio album, Unapologetic, she wanted to take a hiatus. And then she ended up back in the studio a week later. This is why Rihanna ain't made music in 14 years. Because she wanted to take the hiatus. She decided she was so overfilled with the music bug that she got right back in the studio and started recording this. And now she like, I ain't recording no more. Well, I ain't recording for a good ass minute. A good healthy minute. So this is what we have now. And honestly, I mean, this was a great project to end on. I'm not a huge Rihanna stan, but I think that this was her best body of work. She had put out 8 albums or 7 albums before this. I think this was the most real in terms of, this was the one that I guess she was most connected with. This was released in conjunction with Roc Nation and her own record label, Westbury Road. I didn't know Rihanna had a record label, so that's amazing. She executively produced this album along with Boy Wonder. Well, these people did not executively produce this album. Rihanna executively produced this album, and it was co-produced by Boy Wonder, Brian Kennedy, Chad Sabo, Daniel Jones, DJ Mustard, Mustard on the beat, ho. That. I was good on my honest way it was. He was good on the love for faded fun. On some faded love, shit, what the fuck you complaining for? Bill and Jenny, I used to trip out that shit I was kicking to you. Had some fun on her, I know I'd give it to you. Girl, that's my song. Anyway, Fade Maha, Fred Ball, Hit Boy, Jeff Basker, Kevin Parker, Mix Schultz, Midas, No ID, Robert Shea Taylor, which that name comes up quite a few times, Scum, and of course Timbaland, because why not? Why not? Timbaland stay booked and busy. Out of the 13 songs on this track list, I like 6.5. Now, is that the majority? Yes and no. If it's still on the list, because I really do enjoy this album. The songs that I like are Consideration featuring SZA, Work featuring Drake, James Joint, Desperado, Love on the Brain, Needed Me, and I like kind of Same Old Mistakes, although I am more partial to Tame Impala's version of Same Old Mistakes. When I first heard this album, I can't remember what was going on. Like, I remember the promotion around Anti. I remember like the Samsung promotion that she had going, or something she was doing. I remember all of it, okay? If you hear a lot of background noise, my window is open. I could close my window, but I will not. And this is just something that we all have to come to terms with, me and you. I'm not going to close my window. I can't even remember the first song that I heard off of I remember hearing Consideration though, and I remember saying, "Oh, this is I like this." I liked Consideration so much that I learned it. I liked Work so much that I learned it. You know, and I loved Drake, so it was like, you know, and I loved, you know, when I hear someone talking in their, I needed to learn Work because I needed to sing it how she was singing it. I need to learn, so I learned it. And then I sung it. I heard Needed Me, and I absolutely love Needed Me. I think Needed Me is my favorite song off of this album because what? Like, I'm all about it. Didn't I tell you that I was savage? Fuck a white horse and a carriage, but you never could imagine. Never told you could have it. You need me, girl. I'm all about Needed Me. I'm all about Needed Me. I'm all about the video. I'm all about the short coned back bob. I love it. I just love it. Needed Me is a top tier song. And I hadn't heard, because I'd only heard basically the singles in Consideration. So, and you know, Love on the Brain is a great song. And you got me like God, what you want from me, not try to buy. You're pretty high, but the price too high. Baby, you got me like God. Great. But I hadn't heard Desperado. Like, I had not heard Desperado until this year. And I hadn't heard Desperado, and I was listening to a video on Twitter of a TikTok, and I heard the whoa, 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 and I said, what was that? When I heard that song, I said, oh, Miss Girl had her whole hand in the bag when she made Desperado. Sitting in a old Monte Carlo, a man whose heart is hollow. Take it easy, girl. I love it, and I also love Rihanna because Rihanna don't be out here with the falsettos. You know, like she give you, you know, she give you some falsettos, but Rihanna is an alto. And back when I didn't know my full potential as like a soprano, I was like, all these girls out here, who girls? Like, oh really, we talking about, but I'm definitely thinking of Aaliyah as well. We talking about Beyonce and Aaliyah because I don't know if you have not seen my video on Aaliyah. When I heard Let Me Know, I said, how dare you? How dare you sing like that? Let me know. And I said, girl, I can't do that. My throat is not at that point in my life where I can be that high. So I appreciate Rihanna and her alto. I appreciate it. It's solid. It's good. If my lips are crusty, you gotta charge it to the game. Don't hate me, just charge it to the game. Just charge it to the game, baby. I don't know what to tell you. That was number 9. Number 9 was Anti, released in 2016, January 28th to be exact. Now, it's number 9 because it doesn't have that strong of a, I don't have that much nostalgia behind it. Which is weird that number 8 is so nostalgic for me, but it's number 8. Number 8 is Future, Sex, Love, Sounds by Justin Timberlake. God damn it, I wish I knew his middle name. Because you know I love calling people by their full name. Justin Timberlake and Timbaland put their foot. They did what needed to be done. Okay, I remember when I got the CD, I remember I was with my father. And you know, the man came around, he was like, I'm selling CDs, I'm selling CDs. And I looked on there and I said, ooh, Justin Timberlake. And I got Future Sex Love Sound. And you know, because I had heard I'm bringing sexy back. You motherfuckers don't know how to act. I think it's special what's behind your back. I feel like that's not the lyrics. But hey, I never claimed to know lyrics fully. I never claimed. If you hear noise in the background, I don't know what it is. I do not live alone. So I don't know. Future Sex Love Sound. This was, first of all, it inspired me because I loved Justin Timberlake's voice. I loved his voice. So I wanted my voice to improve because I thought that his voice was really, really nice. You know, my CD player, my red and silver CD player used to play Future Sex Love Sound all the time. I remember being in the car, in the back seat, listening to Losing My Way. Do you know how sad Losing My Way is? You know, like you don't understand. These songs were so instrumental to me, okay? This album came out September 8th of 2006. So I was 11. It produced 7 singles, which is a lot. Those singles were Sexy Back, My Love, What Goes Around Comes Around, Summer Love, Love Stoned, Until the End of Time, and Sexy Ladies, which came out in 2008. So I'm not really sure what really happened with that. This was a 13-track album and I like 8 songs. That's crazy that I like one more song than they produced singles. Like, that's a lot of singles that y'all was doing. Y'all might as well just 13 singles. Here we go. My favorite, absolute favorite song, one of my absolute, well, Until the End of Time is a great song. Summer Love is a great song. My Love is a great song because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our clothes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the railing side by side. You could be my baby, gonna make it my lady. Girl, you amaze me, ain't gotta do nothing crazy. Say all I want you to do is be my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. My song, okay? But my absolute favoriteest song, like one of my top songs that I absolutely love, that has nothing to do with this, like it has something to do with the album because it came off the album, but What Goes Around Comes Around. I was 11. Did you hear me? I was 11 when this album came out. And when I tell you I was singing What Goes Around Comes Around like I had gotten my heart broken. Hey girl, is he everything you wanted in a man? You know I gave you the world. You had me in the palm of your hand. And then, because I love a song within a song, or a breakdown of a song. So the violins, and then you spend your nights alone, he never comes home, and every time you call him on, you get so busy talk. I lose it. Yeah, I want to stop this video right now and listen how much I love that song. That song, and then the runs at the end. Well, I don't know, what would they be considered runs? The vocal, yeah, whatever. The runs at the end. And you know, another song that I really love that Timbaland also produced that is not on this album is Cry Me a River. Cry Me a River is a great song, and I feel like What Goes Around is Cry Me a River's older, more mature brother. You know, Cry Me a River was, you know, was like, oh, I'm in high school and I'm hurt. But What Goes Around was, I done went to college and then I met a girl and I married her. And this is real life heartache. I love what goes around. And the only reason why this is number 8 on my list is because there are 7 better albums. Future Sex Love Sounds cannot be number 7 when we have Party Next Door 2. Our number 7 entry is Party Next Door 2. Released July 29th, 2014. I hadn't heard this when it came out because I didn't know who the hell Party Next Door was when this came out. I heard about this album, or I listened to this album, I should say, after the man and I went to see Party Next Door at the House of Blues. Now, why did we go see Party Next Door at the House of Blues? I liked Party Next Door. And I had heard Recognize. I had heard Break from Toronto, maybe. That came out before. Girl, I don't know. But I had heard some of Party Next Door's songs. I just hadn't heard this album. You know, and I think I had heard Options and all of these songs, but I didn't hear the full album. So, after he was singing, you know, why you letting them think for you? You a grown-ass woman. You a grown-ass. Why you letting them think for you? I said, well, damn. Everybody else in this club know this song but me. So I need to go home and know it. So, and Party smiled at me at the concert, which was great. Party Next Door is also a very influential person to me because I don't even remember the first song that I had heard from him. But the first song that made me aware of him is a song that Drake covered, and it's called Days in the East. Days in the East is originally a Party Next Door song called West District. So I really liked Days in the East, like really liked it to the point where it was my ringtone, to the point where everybody knew that was my ringtone. Why you keep asking me about... Like, that was my song. So when I had heard West District, I said, that's Drake's song. Who is that? But it wasn't Drake's song. Woo, ooh, woo, ooh. You know, when life comes at you fast, it wasn't Drake's song. That's why you have to do your research. Because you be thinking that the person be biting the other person, but the other person be biting this person, you see. So when I had heard West District, I said... oh, I like this, to the point where I need to know more. And that's what happened. And then we ended up going to the concert, and then the rest is history. Party Next Door 2 had 3 singles released. They were Muse, Her Way, and Recognize featuring Drake. My favorite song off of the album is Options, which is a great song. Obviously, I don't know if you know, but this was produced by Party Next Door. He is also responsible for writing Work, which is off of Rihanna's last studio album, Anti, which was number 9 on this list. I just really liked Party Next Door because, well, I really fell in love with Party Next Door because he was what I wanted to be, especially in that moment, because this was around the time that I was writing and making my own music. So I found it very inspiring that this person was doing the same thing and producing these great, wonderful, amazing songs. I wanted to also be in that same vein. So there are a couple of Party Next Door covers floating around out here that I did. I will say one of them I'm 100% proud of to this day, not with the vocals, but the lyrics I think is great. I love how he talks about himself. I love how it's like, and you want me now because if you want me later, I might not want you. So what we gonna do? And I think that's a great thing to say. That's probably why I like Needed Me so much, because you needed me. Okay, to feel a little more and give a little less, but no, I wasn't. And I just, you know, I'm all about self. I know that sounds horrible, but it's not horrible. It's not. You're supposed to be about yourself. So I'm all about self, and I'm all about songs that have that strong sense of self in them, if that makes sense. And I think that a lot of Party Next Door songs have that, and I like it. Moving on, number 6. Number 6 is a collaborative album by a husband and wife. Everything is Love by the Carters. This was released June 16th, 2018. And this is the album that prompted me to buy the tickets to the On the Run 2 tour. Which was not what I wanted it to be. Yes, it was not what I wanted it to be, because the only song that they did from this album was Ape Shit. And it hurt. Because my favorite song, Nice, wasn't looked at, wasn't sung, wasn't harmonized. Nobody was checking for Nice. Nobody on that stage was saying, I can do anything. And it made me sad, because I'd already come up with the choreography for Beyonce's female pop vocalist in my head. I was sad that I had not seen her do any choreography to that song, because they didn't perform it. There was only one single released, and that was Ape Shit. This was a 9-song album, and out of the 9 songs, I don't think that there's one that I dislike, and that's saying something. There are 9 songs on this album, and yes, there are some that I might not listen to as frequently as others. There are some that I love more than others, but there is not a bad song on this album. You're not going to turn this album off or turn on a song and be like, oh, I don't want to listen to that. What? Yes, you do. Like from Ape Shit to Black Effect to Friends to 713, it's all good. To Nice. Nice is my favorite song. I don't know if I just said that. I probably just said it. Nice is my favorite song, produced by Pharrell, which, why is that a shock? Why is it a shock that my favorite song is produced by Pharrell when it's not really a shock? It's not a shock. If Timbaland or Pharrell has produced one of my favorite songs, then that's not a shock. I stopped being shocked by these people producing my songs when I was like, when Stir Fry came out by the Migos, and I was like, whoop, whoop, and that was my song, right? I said, who produced this? Pharrell. And I said, okay, well, this nigga just be producing everything. Jay-Z and Beyonce both executively produced this, and they were helped by 808 Ray, Beat Butcher, Boy Wonder, Cool and Dre, David Andrew Satet, Mike Dean, Nav, Mellow X, Nova Wave, Pharrell, and Seven Thomas. I think Everything is Love is great, because if you look at 444 and you also look at Lemonade, you can say that those were masterpieces of you know, Jay-Z and Beyonce. You know, that was their own masterpiece, and then they came together and they made this masterpiece. It's amazing. I think that Everything is like, the only reason why it's so low is because there are other albums that affected me deeply, more deeply, if that makes sense. And we definitely do still listen to Everything is Love to this day. I mean, it's only been 3 years, which I guess is a long time in music land. Doesn't really seem like a long time in real world land. This is the most recent release on this list. So it doesn't have as much nostalgia as, you know, say a Future Sex Love Sounds or a Party Next Door 2, which I vividly remember listening to while going to work at the airport, and, you know, while being on the Rapid, while closing down the gelato stand or opening up the gelato stand. I remember listening to Party Next Door. I remember coming home in our small ass apartment and listening to Party Next Door, and Everything Is Love just doesn't have that same nostalgia around it. Number 5 comes from Tyler the Creator. Yes. And it's Wolf. It was released April 2nd of 2013. Number 1. 2013 was a top tier year for music. Yes, it was. Literally, as I was going through this, all I named was male artists. I don't know. I was listening to a lot of male artists, but we had J. Cole, we had Mac Miller. Watching movies with the sound off. Because 2013, I graduated and then I started going to CSU. So I remember walking to class, listening to Mac Miller and listening to Pound Cake from Nothing Was the Same, Drake, and listening to Suit and Tie by Justin Timberlake off the 2020 Experience, and also Cabaret, which I forgot existed as a song, Drake and Justin Timberlake. What amazing song. A$AP Rocky, if I remember A$AP Rocky, so he came out, I think, and that's when, what is the name of that song that everybody loved from A$AP Rocky back in the day? That song. And Earl's Sweatshirt, Doris, came out with Guild on there, and Guild was featured Mac Miller. So they had Guild on Doris, and then they had what is the name of the song? When I tell you, Kanye West came out, but Kanye West came out with Yeezus, so I wasn't listening to Yeezus. I remember just 2013 was a great year for music, and when Wolf came out, April 2nd, 2013. I wasn't a big Tyler fan when Bastard and Goblin came out. I actually wasn't listening to it at all. I didn't like Yonkers. I wasn't all for that. You know, it wasn't my cup of tea. But then in 2012, Loiter Squad came out on Adult Swim. It was a show called Loiter Squad, and I really liked Loiter Squad. So in me watching Loiter Squad, I got more interested in Tyler, and just not even more interested, I was more open to listening to Tyler and his music. And then Wolf came out, and when Wolf came out, it produced one single, Domo 23, and Domo 23 is that song. All of these songs are great. Well, most of them. Let me see. There are 18 tracks on this album, and I love 11 of these songs. Cowboy, Awkward, IFHY, Trash Wang. Let me tell you something. I will play Trash Wang to this day. Party Isn't Over, Beamer, Slater, Tree Home. Come on, Tree Home. What is it? Tree Home 95, Tree Home 93, whatever it's called. It's a great song. Okay? 11 songs I love off of this. I remember just listening to this album and and then cycling through all the music, and just, this like switched it for me. Because if I was not looking at Loiter Squad, I would not have been open to listening to this album. And this album was amazing. And also, another thing that got me so into this, I'm not really going to talk about it because it's definitely on my list, but I was into other members of our Future, Wolfgang, Kill 'Em All. So I was open to listening to C. You know, of course I had to listen to Slater. And of course I had to listen to Beamer because Frank Ocean was on him. And then, you know, as I got into that, I started listening to more Tyler the Creator songs. So I started listening to Analog 2 and all of these songs. And it's just like, I loved it. I love this album. I think, obviously it was produced by Tyler. I just think that this was the stepping stone. Because, you know, Tyler has just continued to put out great bodies of work. And I think that because I wasn't into his first 2 albums, I think that this is what really like started it, in my opinion. Of course it could have been Bastard, it could have been Goblin, but I really think that this is what started it, because this was a great body of work. It was great, it was cohesive, it was everything that it needed to be, and then some. Sawed off, I eat those. These clothes, they Frito. Straight from the back of the Supreme store. Don't give a fuck about these hoes. Come on. Trash Wayne. Trash Wayne is such a weird song to love. And here I am, loving it. So we're going to be talking about a couple of honorable mentions. Honorable mention number 1. What a time to be alive. You and yours versus me and mine. Oh, we talking teams? Oh, we talking teams? Oh, you switching sides? Wanna come with me? What a time to be alive. Released in 2015. Released September 15th of 2015. Yes. I don't know what y'all was doing. I don't know what y'all was doing, because I don't think it did well in the box office. It's not a movie. So that's number 1. I don't think it did well on the charts. So I don't know what y'all was doing. But what a time. The joint album with Drake and Future. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? 1 single. I was about to say 2. But only 1 single came out. Jumpman. Jumpman, Jumpman, Jumpman. Them boys up to something. Not even the best album. Not even the best song on the album. Best song on the album, Diamonds Dancing. Close second, Scholarships. Close third, Big Rings. Close fourth, Digital Dash. Metro Boomin want some more, nigga. This, like, I know it's I was gonna say it's a masterpiece. Yes. It's not on my list because I couldn't put every Drake album on there. I just couldn't. I couldn't. And I didn't want to do 2, you know, and even though I do have 2 of one person on here, kinda, sorta, kinda, but what a time to be alive. What a time. What a time to be a mother effing live. To be around when this masterpiece was released. I don't get it. I don't get it. Diamonds Dancing. Diamond, 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 diamonds on me dancing. And you know what I need from you when I get home. Like what? What? You better not be on the phone. Girl, amazing. Number 2, B-Day. B goddamn day. Now, the only reason why this is not on the list is because another Beyonce album is on this list. But B-Day was released September 1st of 2006. B-Day. This was not her first visual album because she had 2 songs that she didn't release videos with. But damn near every other song had a video with it. So, okay. I remember when my mama got the MP3 player. I remember, I don't know who gave her the MP3 player. It was, now that I'm thinking about it, it was this very small silver MP3 player, and it was an orange bottle, and you take the bottom off and put a battery in to, you know, to power up the MP3 player. And I had heard Kitty Cat. How old was I listening to Kitty Cat? You know I hate sleeping alone, but you said that you would soon be home. Yes, How you gonna neglect this? You was just a hot mess. You can call Tyrone. You ain't got to lie, Craig. What about my body? You don't want my body? I'm in the house all alone. You rather go and then was so I had heard it and I said yes. Yep. This is it. Yes. This is flavor. I'm getting a lot of flavor from this. Then I watched a video for Ring the Alarm. Ring the Alarm, I remember listening to the video or watching the video for Ring the Alarm. I thought she looked so cute. I thought she looked so fucking cute. Especially when she was crazy in the interrogation room, had her hair up. I think she had on that camo dress. I can't remember, but I think she had on that camo dress. She had the updo with the bang and the red lipstick, and she was at the end. I said, "Yep, you." She ate it. She slurped it right on up. And then my favorite song, my favorite GD song, "Upgrade You." I just thought it was so. I thought her mind. And you know, back in the day, I didn't know that there were teams and everything, you know, and that, you know, that there were a lot of things that went into making a music video, but also the dance. The dance from Upgrade You. Nipples in your necktie, Hermes briefcase, silk line blazers, diamond cream facials, VVS cufflinks, 6-star prints. When Pana let me upgrade you, Pana let me upgrade you. I said top tier. We dancing. Oh hell yeah. Yep. Yes. Yep. Her being Jay-Z, I thought was creative, visionary. Her, the I can do for you what Martin did for the people. She ate it. She no. She no. She and this is honestly, if we want, like, and I ain't even gonna say that because I don't want to expose myself. But we just gonna say this is the second best Beyonce album. Second. Yes. Second best Beyonce album. Yes. Yes. And I know that she put out self-titled, and self-titled broke the internet. And yes. But, yeah. Yes, ma'am. And last but not least in our honorable mentions is not a CD as much as it is a mixtape. And it's called So Far Gone. Yes. Yep. Drake. Yep. Drake. When I heard So Far Gone, that was it. There wasn't. There absolutely was nothing that could come close to So Far Gone. Lust for Life. November 18th. Uptown. A Night Off. What? So many times I was in the living room while my mama talked on the phone with my earphones in, listening to Uptown. Because that's my song. Lil Wayne's verse is the best. But that's just the territory. But So Far Gone, if he had already not had the backing of, you know, Lil Wayne and everything, then that would have been what made him blow up. That So Far Gone was everything that it needed to be. It produced 2 singles, Successful and Best I Ever Had, which, you know, those are good songs. Those aren't the best songs on the album, but they're good. You know, you can take them home to mama and she won't be upset. So yes, definitely my life would not be what it is today without So Far Gone, and that's why it is on my honorable mentions. And the only reason why it is not on my actual list is because I think that another Drake mixtape is better than this. So let's move on. Number four is Lemonade by Beyonce's female pop vocalist. It was released April 23rd, 2016, and it was her second visual album, third-ish visual album if you count B-Day. It was released on Tidal and HBO. I think this is the reason why I got Tidal, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was this. This was the reason why I got Tidal, and that was 5 years ago. And I still have Tidal to this day. So Lemonade had 5 singles: Formation, Sorry, Hold Up, Freedom, and All Night. It was a 12-song album. I like maybe 9 or 10 of these songs. Yeah, I like 9. I somewhat 9.5 because I somewhat like Freedom too. I just don't like it that much as I like the other songs. But I think Lemonade was a top tier body of work, and that's the reason why B-Day is not on my list and an honorable mention. All right, a honorable mention, because Lemonade was it. Lemonade was everything. Know just what to do to make you love me. Love me. Now I'll make you feel you always come back to me. Girl. Ooh. Pray You Catch Me. Oh. Hold Up. Don't Hurt. Sorry. Let me tell you something. Sorry, the video, when she doing her little, that's not what she was doing. Lord Jesus, that ain't what she was doing. But when she doing her little pop, lock, and drop dance, she not dropping, she just pop locking. When she doing her pop locking dance, you know how many times I watched that. I said, oh yeah, yes. I loved Lemonade. Lemonade was such a great album, and that's what when I mentioned Everything Is Love, and I said that I feel as though Everything Is Love wouldn't have come about if they had not had such great projects on their own. If Jay-Z had not had 444, which the man loves, if Beyonce's female pop vocalist had not had Lemonade, I'm not ever gonna call her Beyonce when her name is Beyonce's female pop vocalist. It's not my fault. I don't make the rules. I do not make the rules. With those raw, honest, and real bodies of work under their belt, they were able to come together and make Everything Is Love. And I think that Lemonade shook the boots, baby. It shook the table. People wasn't happy. When Lemonade came out, they was not happy. They was not happy. But Lemonade was that. When she came out, Super Bowl performance, and did Formation, they was not happy. When she came out and sang Daddy Lessons at the country music, they was not happy. With the Dixie Chicks, they was not happy. They were angry. Beyonce's female pop vocalist said, who can I make angry today? Them. Yeah. Right. Yep. Them. Them too. And that's what she did. She laughed all the way to the bank. Yes, she did. Lemonade is a great project. I don't listen to it as frequently as I did, but Lemonade is timeless. The songs hold up. You can definitely, I mean, it's only 5 years, so it's not that long, but you can definitely listen to a song off of Lemonade and it does not feel dated. And I don't think that as the years go on that sentiment is going to change. Number three, what y'all think number 3 is? What y'all think number 3 is? Yes, Aaliyah. Yep, self-titled. Yes. We not gonna run through it because you already know that. You already know it was released July 7th, 2001. It had 3 singles: More Than a Woman, We Need a Resolution, and Rock the Boat, but not in that order. Because I don't know why I said, but I've been saying these in the wrong order. So the Red Album is a masterpiece because we've already discussed why the Red Album is a masterpiece. But the Red Album is a masterpiece because she did what needed to be done. Aaliyah wanted to make, you know, she had taken time off from after she had done 1 in a Million and she had grown up. 1 in a Million, she was 17. This was her first album as an adult, and she did what needed to be done. Yes, she did what needed to be done. This is number 3 on my list because numbers 2 and 1 are just so influential to me. I enjoy 8 songs off of this album. I think there are, I didn't write how many, but I don't dislike any songs except I Refuse, because I Refuse caught me off guard the first time I heard it. I said, did she just say he hit her? And I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear that. My favorite song, obviously, is We Need a Resolution. Close second is Loose Rap for the old ones. And you know what's crazy is that Static Major comes and says for the old ones, and that song is not dated at all. They're saying people don't say loose rap, and that song is not dated. I'm sick and tired of the loose rap. And I'll be like, yep, in the year 2021, I am sick and tired of the loose rap. Hell yeah. I'm not going to go into Aaliyah or the Red Album because I have a whole video, a whole two-part video on Aaliyah and my favorite Aaliyah songs. But you had to be out of your mind if you thought Miss Aaliyah wasn't making an appearance on this list. Number two is Drake. What is it? It is a mixtape. What's the mixtape? Technically it's a mixtape. Thought it was a freaking album, but it's not. If you're reading this, it's too late. It was released 2015. So, for the record, What a Time to Be Alive was released in 2015. And this was released first. If you're reading this, it's too late. I remember being on Instagram, seeing Drake with the fucking album art, If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. And I said, what is that? What's that? And I went on whatever streaming service I listened to it, and I fell right in love. There are 17 tracks, and I love 11 of the 17 tracks. I also, around this time, Lil Wayne came out with, I think, Sorry for the Wait 2, or it was after, because he had a version of Used To as well that I haven't heard since the summer of 08. I ain't heard that Lil Wayne Used To in so long. But Drake was in his bag. One song that I didn't dislike the song, but one song that has grown on me tremendously is 6 Man. Two girls and they get like a loo. I just signed a new j. I'm in this major shit and I just took the blue pill. No old shit, no fucking whole shit. Say that for your shit. I don't need no fucking body. I run my own shit. Madonna. Great. Okay. Star 67. I do better with the rider in my system. Oh yeah, I'm on that when you want me, I listen. I listen unless I've been mixing. You know when I'm mixing. You know when I'm mixing. I smoke when I drink, it's tradition. Like Zoe, my mind go hippie. Be sounding in the air like I'm Nixon. I'm mixing. I'm not Esco, but it was written. Y'all. Because I really loved Drake. And so Drake was in the bag. The bag that he was in 2015 was something. It was how you come out with this, and what a time to be alive. He knew exactly what needed to be done. Okay. 40 was a producer on here, obviously. Boy Wonder, Eric Dingus, Jimmy Prime, Most High, Niles, Party Next Door, and 6 Cents. Oh, and Wonder Girl. They all helped produce this wonderful mixtape. It's energy. I got enemies. Got a lot of enemies. Got a lot of niggas trying to drain me in my energy. They trying to take away from my nigga. When I pull up on a nigga, tell that nigga bad back. I'm too good with these words, watching a nigga bad. I just love it. I love it. And I love this. If you're reading this, it's too late. Is definitely something that you can play from start to finish and not feel any type of way about it. If you're reading This Is Too Late, you can play from start to finish and it just flows. It just flows. There aren't bad songs on here. There are songs that I don't 100% like, you know, but there aren't any songs where I said, ugh, turn that off. And that's why this is on my list as opposed to What a Time to Be Alive, because What a Time to Be Alive is a joint project and it's not just Drake. So I'm not sitting up here listening to Mr. Future. I'm not listening to Future. Like, I'm listening to Future if he with Drake. And if Future ain't with Drake, then I ain't listening. So sue me, why don't you? I don't care. I don't care. Oh my gosh. It was not planned, y'all. It was not planned. I'll tell you this from the beginning. It was not planned. Number one, the number one entry on my list. It was not planned. Channel Orange. Channel Orange, the debut album by Frankard Ocean. Frankard Oceanic. Let me tell you something. Frankard Oceanic did what needed to be done. Channel Orange. There were 5 singles released from Channel Orange. It's a 17-song album. I love 12 of the songs. The 5 singles that came from this was Thinking About You, Pyramids, Sweet Life, Lost, and Super Rich Kids. Super Rich Kids with Nothing But Fake Friends. Start my day up on the roof. Oh my God. There's nothing like this type of view. Point the clicker at the tube. I prefer expensive news. Ooh. Sweet Life, best song was the single, but you weren't either. Living Heights, the Black Beverly Hills, domesticated paradise, palm trees and pools. The water's blue, swallow the pill, keeping it so real. Pyramids. Y'all, we can't. Pyramids. Pyramids is a song. First of all, Pyramids, you know, I told you I love me a mixing up of a song. I I can't remember what I said last time, the technical term. But I love when a song gives me a little other song at the end. When you, well, I guess it's not it's not another song, but when they just get they just switch it up for you. I love it. Pyramids is still one of the best songs that I've ever heard. And I said ever heard. Big sun coming strong through the motel blinds. Wake up to you, girl. Now let's call her Cleopatra. Cleopatra. Yeah, I'm about to cry. I'm about to cry. Because you have no idea. Crack Rock, Pilot Jones. You know a song is good when you know, Thinking About You came out. I remember walking down the halls of my high school, everybody thinking about you, ooh, na, na, na. And Think About You is a great song. It's a great song. You know I didn't wear this I did not wear this orange on purpose. But this is what you call product placement. This is what you call predictive programming. I'm sorry. That's how you know that the body of work is just so good. Because Thinking About You was amazing. And then you start to hear the rest of the songs, and Thinking About You becomes like number 6 or 7 on the list of great songs. All of those songs are good. Super Rich Kids, I know I just talked about it, but Earl Sweatshirt's part, what? You better be glad I'm not doing a lot of editing, because I definitely will put in Little John again. What? Y'all, it was produced by Frank Ocean, along with Jonathan Ikpeazu. Jonathan Ikpeazu. I'm probably not saying that correctly. Melee, Omas Keith, Pharrell Williams, Shay Taylor, and Tyler the Creator. This came out in 2012, July to be exact, July 10th of 2012. It's a lot of albums coming out July, September. Okay, I see you. And though how I talked about 2013 being a great year for music, this propelled it, like for me, because this carried my July through December. And then when 2013 came around, and I was still listening to this, and then 2013 started bringing great music. I had so much music that I was listening to, so much music that was just touching my soul. It was a dream. It was a dream. Channel Orange is a masterpiece. It's number 1 on my list because there is no other. There is nothing better than Channel Orange. Channel Orange really set the bar so high. Channel, like as a debut album, he came out and he just broke the door. He broke it. The door was just, he was like, Frank, you can come in and do your little album. He said, and you looked and you said, oh my God. And you were just shocked. When he came in, here. He was, your edges were coming off. You were losing your hair. You were losing your eyebrows were falling off. Eyebrows were just on the floor, lashes on the floor. Everything was just falling off because he produced that heat, that fire. This shit was fire. This shit was top tier. Channel Orange is an experience. Of course you can listen to songs. Of course you can listen to, you know, individual tracks, and of course it'll still, Monks. I didn't even talk about Monks. Monks is such a great song. I'm not too big a fan of Lost, but Monks in the mosh pit, stage Dalai Lama, They much for alignment. Clean chakra, good. Lost in the jungle underneath these clouds. There's a monsoon that never ends. Oh my gosh. Frankfurt Oceanic was in his bag. His foot was on our necks. He didn't allow us to breathe. We said, "Can I breathe?" He said, "No, you can't." Because Frankfurt Oceanic was also coming out with the hits. You know, Think About You, Swim Good, Novocaine, Novocaine, Novocaine. Frank is really that guy. And when I was putting together this idea just for it to become a playlist many moons ago, and I said Masterpieces. That's the name of the playlist on Tidal. Masterpieces. Channel Orange was the first album I put in there. Channel Orange, Lemonade, Everything Is Love. First album I put in there was Channel Orange, because there is absolutely nothing that topped Channel Orange to me. Channel Orange is, and his voice. You're not listening to Frank Ocean and just saying, "Turn this man off." You're not doing that. You're not doing. And if you're doing it, then you gotta let that hate go. You got hate in your heart. You gotta let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. He need to get if he don't wanna love you the right way. He ain't gonna. That's my song. Anyway, I'm done. I have ran through this. It took me about 2 hours, an hour, 2. I don't know. Took me a minute to talk about this, but we are done. I'm so glad that you all stuck around, if you did, to listen to me talk about my top 9 album masterpieces. I will be back next week for my top, I don't know. I really don't know how many Christmas songs is going to be on this list. I'll try to keep it under 20, I guess, because that's normal. So under 20, maybe just 10, I'm not sure. But I'm very much looking forward to that video. If you all enjoyed this video, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Brielle. I make beats, I sing songs. If you like what you see, come on along. Thank you so much for sticking around for this 4th episode of Music Monday, and I will see you all next week. Bye.